from Southern Maryland's weather leader. This is a JB Weather Alert.
And hello everyone, I'm Forecaster John Bordash here with you, sitting just after 2 o'clock at 2:01 to give you a late night snow update for it looks like 37 of you who are watching. Is it good evening or good morning at this point? I'm not too sure. But we are looking at snow overspreading much of the region. At least that's what radar is showing as we head closer, or as we pass 2 o'clock into the morning hours right now. Again, the snow is overspread much of the region. We are looking at temperatures falling. Many of us sitting right in the mid-30s right now, with temperatures definitely cooling off, and we're already getting down below freezing across our northwestern zones. And thank you for that, Angie. I do appreciate you letting me know that you can hear me. As we zoom out here, what you can see really taking place right now, we can just get this playing on a larger scale. Let that loop through. Let's take some of the other layers off. What you will be able to see is that what we have going on is that we have our area of low pressure, our coastal low that has really started to get going. Let's go ahead and get that layer put on. That should help. Yep, so we have our area of low pressure generally right around here right now. So what that would look like then, so let me actually zoom in a little bit for you. So what that looks like then is our area of low that is area of low pressure. Here we go. Sitting right off the coastline. Again, that's throwing back some Atlantic moisture here. And if you hear the train behind me, my apologies. I live in front of train tracks. But we're seeing Atlantic moisture get thrown back, which is kind of circulating into our region a little bit. Granted, you're going to see the majority of that really focus along the Jersey shoreline. And at the same time, we are seeing cold air dive in from the north and west. So the two are combining to create some snow across the area. Again, I would really expect for those highest totals in the mid-Atlantic to really be somewhere in here where that coastal low is able to track and really get itself going. In our region, I think, again, we're looking maybe an inch or two. What we can take a look at quick is, let's come here quick. This isn't totally updated, but what I will do is bring up for you quickly what some of our latest computer model guidance is showing for this event. All right, I believe we need to come over here. There we go. Let's bring up our Herber model. Let's take it back here. So what we can see is that it has snow breaking out right here, right around 2 o'clock, and you can see where that back edge of the snow is. That right now it's moving near I-81. And then as we push forward here, 2 or 3 o'clock, it's a little bit closer to us. 4 o'clock, it's knocking on I-95, and then 5 o'clock, snow is beginning to move out, and then by 6 o'clock, it's out here across parts of the eastern shore. What that would look like in terms of snow totals on this specific map, it's still, again, generally showing an inch or two. Maybe this is a little overdone, but you're going to see the highest totals here to the north and then to the east, where you get coastal development. This is where you're probably the most likely to see like a 2 to 3, and then kind of through our region here, we're talking much more like a 1 to 2 with less than that here down to the south. So that's kind of what we're talking about. Debbie's saying some sleet and indigos while Donna's talking about snow up in Owings. I definitely, that would make sense. I do appreciate that. And thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that 100%. Let's see. Here at home, Old Route 6, New Market, Turner Road, Mechanicsville starting to snow a little bit now as I woke up and looked outside. Awesome. So yeah, so that gives you a general idea. And as we come back over here, to radar, you can see, generally what we're talking about locally, and actually I think I need to change this over to right over here. Yeah, generally what we're talking about here is our northernmost zones where you've really been able to cool things off. I mean, you're now sitting Andrews Air Force Base reporting temperature out here right now of 29, and you're still sitting around 36 or so out here towards Leonardtown. So definitely a little bit warmer than was forecasted. That would be why you're looking at a little bit of an area. You're seeing some rain sleet mix right into this region. And that's because you're warmer temperatures and you should at least get in on some of the back end parts of snow. We are seeing a couple of heavier bands set up. We've been talking about this the last couple of days. Where exactly would they set up? We have one northwest of DC. You kind of got another one. I didn't really draw that on the screen. You got one that's trying to set up around Annapolis. So you see, we have different areas. You have a couple out here towards South Jersey. So you have a couple of different snow area, more moderate snow areas where you're probably seeing upwards of half an inch to an inch. It's not looking like those will really try to get into our region. They should stay just to the north. So that's why we're thinking areas really north of Prince Frederick and north of Huntington, north of La Plata have the best shot to get closer to 2. But I still think many of us are on tap for, probably an inch of snow or so. Let's see, snowing in Lesby, awesome. Snowing in North Beach and moderately. Yeah, so again, you're starting to get in, and these are going to be really minute differences now that and this is such a little fickle event right now. If we take a look over at our sensitive mode radar, let's turn off the precipitation typing, and yeah, you can see where we have, and this really helps to show where you're starting to get some more moderate bands of snow setting up. You got one right around Annapolis to around DC, kind of setting up like this. This is where radar at least has it. You got a really nice band of snow from Culpeper, Warrenton, up through Loudoun County, Montgomery, coming right up into here, and you got another one right here through Baltimore. That's kind of what we're looking at. And then, we have locally higher returns on radar, but it's, nothing too crazy. This is just kind of generally what we're looking at. We're going to see this continue. Again, I think snow moves out of here likely by 5, 6 o'clock at the latest, but I do think we keep the road impacts across the area because what's falling is sticking. So even though it might not be a heavy snow, you're going to accumulate snow quickly. So I think that you get an inch of snow, especially on back and secondary roads, you're talking about plentiful slick spots. And because we're only talking about an inch or 2 of snow, we're probably not looking at as high impacts on our major roads. So those have been some of the developments we've been watching here throughout the night. With the way the storm's been developing and how our short-term models are really handling the storm development and atmospheric dynamics at play here. So we'll see kind of how all this works together. I believe that Calvert and St. Mary's counties are under 2-hour delays for tomorrow as things stand right now. And we'll see if that changes. It's possible that it doesn't, and it's possible that we do see that change. You've definitely seen things shift around a little bit from my forecast this morning to where we're kind of sitting at right now. And we'll kind of see how things continue to develop with this. But the back edge of the snow is not too far off. So again, we're really only looking at maybe 2 to 4 hours with that. You can already see where the back edge of the snow is back out west of DC. And that, again, pushes through here between about 5 and 6 a.m. And that looks, I didn't totally write that on the screen. My apologies. But yeah, that'll move its way over as that area low pressure really gets going and moves up the coast. So do stay weather aware. Again, I'll be here all evening looking over the latest data. I've been doing that all evening, and I'll be with you tomorrow morning to cover the impacts after this. And we are starting to notice our winds pick up a little bit, and those will continue to pick up as we head into the morning. So stay weather aware, and I will be here for you. So I'm Forecaster John Bordash. Thank you so much for joining me right now, and I will have your next update probably around 3:30ish, and we'll see how things are looking. But I'll have updates and posts over on Facebook, Twitter. You can get those updates over there. Have a nice and safe one, and keep it tuned right here to JB Weather.
Check the forecast anytime online at jbweather.net.